Persona 5 The Phantom X is the Persona series' latest entry, globally at least. Other regions have had this game for a little over a year now, so we're kinda late to the party, but it's never too late for anything, and here we are. Thank you to Sega for sponsoring this video and allowing me to spread this game to all of you. P5X brings the Persona experience to mobile for the very first time for free. You can even download it on your PC through Steam, again, for free. You may be wondering, how is this different from Persona 5? And I'll tell you, this game features a completely new story along with a brand new cast and mystery for you to solve. I should also mention that I have done my best to avoid everything about this game. I know nothing about it except that Joker is here somewhere. With that being said, let's experience P5X for the first time. Going in, I wasn't expecting to care for the new cast. I wanted to play as Joker since he's who I was familiar with. However, sometimes your expectations can get thrown out the window when something greater is presented to you. As with most JRPGs, the game begins with an opening sequence. Here's my reaction.
Oh. Okay, so I've never seen this before. And I don't think I've heard the song before. I might have been a song request though. Oh, it's lit! Okay, that owl looks pretty cool. He's a skater now? He learned that from Will from Metaphor. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, I've seen her. She is bad. Whoa! Joker! I thought he was a surprise. I saw the rest of the P thieves in the back too.
We then transition to a cutscene all too familiar to veterans of the series, the casino heist of Sai Nijima's palace. It's the same way that Persona 5 opens, so what's the difference here? Well, Wonder should be the one here instead, and that's not Wonder. So far, the events are playing out the exact same way with the Phantom Thieves we're already accustomed to, until...
Is this a TV show? This has to be a TV show, right? He's watching it on a TV, on a television. Did I just... What? Is this not just... they just dropped Persona 5 for free! Nani? I'm not gonna lie, this is gas. This is gas! This is gas!
That was weird. Yet we continue with Joker, and after the tutorial battle, Wonder appears, and a battle between him and Joker ensues.
Hold on, that was clean. Oh wait, but this is different. Why Joker look a little different? He look like he'd been using a skincare routine. Who is that? Is that Wonder? Why are they fighting each other? I thought they were the same person. I thought this was alternate universe Joker. They go aura for aura? Oh no, Joker hasn't been touched yet. Hold on. Ooh. That was kind of clean. Joker, you got fried. You gotta get back. You gotta get back. You gotta get back. You gotta get back. Oh! There we go. There you go. He got a direct hit. Who's Wonder's persona though? Oh hell no! He's moving that super huge. Oh, Joker sliced the mask. I'm not gonna lie, Wonder, you just been Joker, what? Oh, never. Joker's the fraud?
Since I'm a nice guy and I'm sure you're all interested, I'll give a little sneak peek as well as my reactions to a bit of the story, since the story is brand new, yet takes place in a world we already know. Wonder wakes up and his fight is revealed to be a dream. He gets up from bed and I see it. His drip! It's clean! I usually struggle with what to name my protag in Persona games, but that's not a problem here as the game already has a canon one filled out for him in Nagisa Kamishiro. I actually really like that name, so I have no problem continuing as him. I then drift off to sleep and wake up in a blue, almost velvety room. Igor is here alongside his new Velvet Room attendant, Merope, giving his initial ominous speech. Back in the classroom, our teacher briefly mentioned something about menace incidents. We don't know much about it yet, but keep it in the back of your head for now. I can now traverse through the menu and I start looking around. I notice that there are in-game trophies that look like they'll be fun to go through, but they look like they're going to take a while, so be on the lookout for that eventually. We step out to the hallway and Wonder for some reason doesn't have the desire to tell this trio of girls to move out of his way so he can go downstairs. He's rescued by the student council president, and this is where I get to thinking. To my knowledge, this game is an alternate universe of the Persona 5 game we already know. Wonder very obviously seems to be the Joker of this universe. This girl, as student council president, screams Makoto to me. Now, just because they're alternate versions of these characters doesn't mean they're the exact same. So while this girl may be an alternate Makoto, I actually might already like her more. But we barely know her, so I'll hold off on that for now. A little later, we see our universe's Morgana. I say this because he's an animal that talks, and based off the opening scene, he fights. I started this game like 20 minutes ago at this point, and already some crazy stuff is happening.
Okay. This is very absent. Oh no, she's walking barefoot? Nah. Please, somebody take her to the mental hospital. No. Please get her help. No. Please. No. Please. I should have stopped her before. I literally wanted to help. No. Stop. Oh. Did somebody save her? I know he didn't just.
Now immediately, I thought Shiho. However, I realized it's not as simple as that. Unlike Persona 5, where the goal was to steal people's hearts to fix their corrupt desires, in Persona 5 The Phantom X, the desires are being taken from the world, and it's up to our new Phantom Thieves to solve the issue. It's also what happened to Wonder when he couldn't talk to a girl. So in the case here, it seems like this girl was robbed of her desire to live. Luckily, the distance she fell from doesn't seem to be fatal, but this is still a real problem. As we board the train, the owl talks to me and a cyclist from out of nowhere tries ramming his bike into Wonder. Fortunately, his finger was on the weird red looking app and suddenly we're in a new place resembling a train station. The owl who has changed form here introduces himself as Luful, an owl that doubles as a dictionary with how rich his vocabulary is. He explains things that Persona 5 players should already know. If this is your first time playing anything Persona 5 related, we are in a place called the metaverse. It's a deviation of the real world built off of distorted cognitions. The area we're in specifically is called Mementos. It is the collective unconscious of the masses. The app we press to get here is the Metaverse Navigator, or MetaNav for short. In this realm, creatures called shadows are here to beat us up, and we engage in combat with them.
Makoto Yuki reference? What is that rapping? Seaweed? I mean, I guess this fits like the submarine velvet room. Let go of your future and give up your life? What? No. No, I don't. I'll reclaim what's mine. I'm locked in. Did I just eat a shadow punch? You have he has. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. That's a cool weapon. I like that. That's a lot of blood. That's still always so nasty to me. But damn, he looks cool. Hold on. He look clean. Could this be? I just want to see what his persona looks like. Okay, he looks cold. Wonder has awakened to his persona, Yanoshik. With this power, we can finally properly engage in combat. Although battling is similar to the Persona games we know, there are a couple new inclusions, such as highlight moves. These moves are very reminiscent to Showtimes in Persona 5 Royal, however, they are more akin to Showtimes in Persona 5 Strikers, since the move is only being performed by Wonder and his persona. This is battle with a highlight. Gun damage to one foe, 234% of attack. I didn't even see his gun, yeah. I like these ooh, the X! Ooh! Nah, the highlight moves are gas. I really like the highlight moves. Persona 5 X. That's why it's called Persona 5 X. Wonder also gets his signature all-out attack portrait, and man, it did not disappoint. Do they get portraits? Oh, he goes.
That's cold. After leaving the train station, we decide to go home. However, the game lets us know that somebody is onto us. This somebody being the girl who sits directly in front of us in class, Motoha Arai. She's someone to look out for. Before heading home, I decide that I need to confirm something very important. What's over here now? Stop! Okay, what is this? I don't care for this. Change. My glorious queen is still here. My glorious queen is still here. That's it. This game is automatically a 10 out of 10. Automatically a 10 out of 10. With that out of the way, we finally go home, and I see it. What is this nice home? Yo! They gave him this, but Joker had to live in an attic? This you? This you, big bro? Bro, he's riding off of Joker's coattails, bro. He's riding off Joker's success. That's how he was able to afford all of this. I think now's a good time to mention, I have never in my life played anything gacha related. So all of these rewards, passes, and stuff to buy looks insane to me. There are also events you can play through, such as this Phantom Idol character trial battle that you can do to use Joker in battle. That's all I look at for now, and soon I'm introduced to my neighbor, Kaio Tomiyama. She isn't really relevant, but if your partner isn't like her, get a new one, cause sheesh. She mentions her hubby after nearly every sentence. Also, she calls herself Tomi from the block for some reason, which is insanely hilarious. We're finally shown some semblance of villainy as in a cutscene, there appears to be a man who is consumed by a villainous aura. All the villainy juices are being absorbed into him. We transition back to Wonder where I thought that he was the man. That guy over there? What about that guy over there? You're telling me he's pulling already? Joker was not pulling this early. I think it's him. Wait. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. They're actually so annoying for that. However, literally seconds after, it turns out he is the man when we cross paths with this girl who seemingly loves baseball. She drops her train pass and we find her to give it back to her, and she seems to have a crush on Wonder. Moving on, we get another cutscene. One thing that's very apparent here is that there are a lot of animated cutscenes. This is an absolute W. While I did think that Reloads' game engine cutscenes were still good, I very much prefer the animated ones. Anyways, in this cutscene, we see the same villain straight up hit stick a random woman in broad daylight. I'm talking about straight shoulder chucking. Now I decided to get the party started on the actual gacha part of this game. I'm not familiar at all with how any of this works, but I think you can use items to summon Persona idols to use in battle alongside you as party members and navigators. They have a rarity value with 5 stars being the most rare, and somehow, some way, this is what I pulled in just my second summoning. It's for the non-gambling man? That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying, like y'all not really about it, y'all not really about the action. Oh! Oh, that's 5 stars! Oh! Oh, she looks cool! Hold on! Chad, is this a W? Supposedly, this is one of, if not the best 5-star you can pull in the game currently, so I will definitely not complain about that. Back to the story, Wonder and Motoha bump heads, and just as Wonder's phone is about to come crashing, Motoha displays extreme athletic ability and catches it at the last second. The student council president mentions that she could make the starting lineup even now, implying that she used to play a sport but no longer does. Back to the alternate universe thing, right now I'm feeling very Ryuji on this one. However, we'll soon see this isn't the case. She also has the meta nav on her phone, and we see that she's best friends with the girl who dropped her train pass earlier, named Tomoko. Speaking of trains, at the station, we see our same villain, known as the Subway Slammer, doing what he does best, slamming all over the place. We also see a premonition of him slamming a woman with a baby, killing the child. This might be Persona's funniest villain to date. Like, what do you mean this dude's entire identity is slamming into women in the subway station? Somebody had to have done something to him. We then head to the metaverse, and Luful introduces us to codenames and palaces. Codenames are used in the metaverse to protect their identities, just in case, and palaces are physical manifestations of the ruler's distorted desires. Luful's codename is Cattle. Not really sure how he got there, but his intuition took him there. The ruler of the first palace is the Subway Slammer we've been watching. Takeyuki Kiyuchi. His palace appears to be a baseball stadium, and we find the way in and leave for now. The story has us go to Yongen Jaya, and I'm so disappointed to see that LeBlanc is closed. One day I will enter and speak to my glorious king Sojiro. But for now, we transition to Boom Bang Burger, where Motoha and Tomoko are conversing. Tomoko mentions how she's interested in Wonder and that she has an important tournament next week with scouts in attendance. They then go to the train station where they bump into Wonder heading home. Motoha plays wingman and leaves Tomoko with Wonder while she goes to get water. During this, she tells us that Motoha is actually a baseball prodigy. However, something happened that took away her love for the sport. Tomoko now chases the dream of becoming a professional for the both of them in hopes of making her happy about baseball again. Of course, Motoha hears this from a distance and composes herself before returning. We all go home, and on the very next day, Kyuchi sets his sight on a completely unaware Motoha. He's ready to Kyuchi slam all over her, but Tomoko notices what's about to happen and jumps in just in time to save her friend from getting hit-sticked. Why do we have to do this to characters that I like? Why? And why is Wonder just staring, bro? She got oh my god, she's gonna get run over by train. She's gonna get run over by train. Can we get an emergency stop on the train at the very least? It looks like she could have survived that. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know what's happening. You know what he can do. Help! I'm tired of him just standing there. Wait, if y'all can save her, y'all are W's, bro. If y'all let her die, so help me God. I'm throwing you down there. I'm not gonna lie, these two are already characters I'm strongly invested in. So I promise you, if Tomoko died here, I would have uninstalled the game right then and there. Thankfully, P5X isn't that heartless, and she survives. However, her shoulder is severely injured, meaning she can't play in the tournament anymore, and possibly even forever. Motoha tries going to the police, but they just brush her off and she feels hopeless. We meet up on the rooftop the next day, and Luffy questions her desire. He doesn't believe that she can be of any use to us, so we kind of end the conversation on bad terms. I felt like Luffy was maybe a little too harsh on her. I think with the right words we could have helped her strengthen herself, but we'll just have to see where the story continues. Once again in the train station, Kyuchi has his sights set on Motoha, but this time we're able to intervene before anything happens. Here we learn that these two have history and are connected somehow. We leave her behind and head to the palace ourselves to take on his shadow. Palaces in this game function pretty much the exact same as they did in Persona 5. The shadows are wearing baseball uniforms, there are safe zones, and the general gameplay is similar, yet I'll touch more about combat later. We do get a new battle theme, and it absolutely slaps. It's this. Hold on. Can you stop talking? Talk to me. Song is better than Takeover, I'll tell you that. It does sound like a Striker song. I definitely do agree with that. Okay. It sounds like a battle theme right out of the Striker soundtrack, and I am not complaining since I love that soundtrack. In this palace, I thought we were going to learn that Motoha accidentally hit the dude with a baseball, and because of it, he physically couldn't play anymore. But instead, we find out that the reason Kyuchi has it out for her and other women is because she hit his best pitch as an elementary schooler. First of all, why'd they have a high schooler pitching against a little kid? Oh, she had a double off of you? You're telling me she was in the 5th grade going crazy? Listen, I'd be kind of sick if I was him too. But you know, the whole trucking people off, subway stations. That's what. That I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. In actuality, this guy is crazy. I thought maybe she pitched to him and he got injured from it and he couldn't play baseball anymore. But all she did was slap a double off him. What? You're telling me that's what all of this... What? Yeah. All you did was be good at a sport. You didn't even kill nobody or nothing. He was far against old heads at cookouts. Yeah, also, why was he even in the position to be pitching seriously to a 9-year-old? Or an elementary, however old she was. I'm being so serious. After she gapped a double off of him, he got the yips, which if you don't know, is when an athlete suddenly loses their ability due to anxiety or other mental strain. It's most common in baseball and I think golf, but it could be career derailing. However, the best get through it and continue to dominate after their slump. He never recovered and was forced to retire, being known as the guy whose career was ended by an elementary schooler. Bro is emotionally manipulating a high schooler all because he's a fraud. After he abducts her, I can say with full certainty, I believe she's this universe's An. When Tomoko was talking about her, every characteristic she described matched An very well. She might be a hybrid of An and Ryuji, but I'd need to see if another character comes and takes the Ryuji role. And before y'all say this, I'm not saying this like this is a bad thing, because it isn't. It's clearly an alternate version of Persona 5, so of course there's going to be connections. They're parallel to each other. I mean, even this first palace is that. Anyways, Motoha awakens and she looks clean. Oh, here we go. Awaken. Is he gonna run her over with the tractor? Oh, I'm not gonna lie, looking at it here, the fit is drippy. The fit is drippy. Well, how did that happen? Let's do it. Oh! I don't even know what I just looked at! What? Yo, that's gas! It happened so fast! Oh, what's her thing? She is clean! She moves like the Flash! Yeah, honestly, call me crazy, but aside from Joker, I think she might be my new favorite Phantom Thief. And I'm even including the OG ones. Baseball is tied for my favorite sport, so seeing her character be influenced by the sport is lovely to see. I kind of feel the same about Luffy too. I haven't touched upon him too much, but everything from his drip, his run, his aura, his car, I think he's kind of a complete upgrade over Morgana. Of course, I have to let the story finish running its course, but I think we're gonna start having some uncomfortable conversations about who the best Phantom Thief members are. There's still more characters to come, and as for how the story goes, that's all I'm going to give you guys. If you want to know more about the story, then make sure you download Persona 5X on Steam or on your mobile device. Moving on to combat, the fighting in this game feels really good. You still have your basic combat from the Persona games we've already played, but there seems to be a few more strategic options, including the highlight moves I was talking about earlier. There are also more variables, such as increasing damage using damage counters or markings. While Personas are still options for Wonder to utilize, there are new Phantom idols that can act as party members. They are cognitive manifestations of other people with rebel spirits. You can see these people around Tokyo, such as when I saw Rin sitting behind us while we were eating. They can even be the Phantom Thieves we already know and love. The very popular social life of the game is still present here as well. In P5X, you can still, for example, head to the movies, except this time, you actually get to choose which movie you want to watch, meaning you can upgrade any social stat you choose. What movie are you watching? Oh, there's different ones. I can choose? Oh, that's actually really cool. You can also head to your room and play video games to teach Luffy more about human desires. My favorite after-school activity, though, is going out with Merope. Yes, Velvet Room attendant hangouts are back and they're always nice to see. This game also includes side quests which have you helping certain people out. In my case, I went to Yongen Jaya to help a girl who was struggling shopping at the market. This girl turned out to be Yao Ling Li, who I have only known as Rin since she is one of my Phantom idols. After I completed the side quest, we became friends and this game's counterpart to Confidants, being synergies, was established between us. The last thing I wanted to get deep with was the actual gacha part of the game. Right now, there's a limited time banner in Joker that I really wanted. I got the Phantom Pass because the rewards here look sweet and got to pulling for Joker. In order to attempt to summon him, you need platinum tickets, meta jewels, or cognition crystals. The more you summon, the better chance you can pull for Joker, because if you draw 80 times, you get a 50% chance to get him. And here's what happened for me. Last one! Joker! You're mine! You're mine! 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 Oh! Cut in! Who is this? Was that it? That was what I got? No! Oh! Joker! 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 Yes! 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 Joker! All will be revealed. You're mine! Pillagum! I even called my good friend Yami Swan to show him since he's such a huge fan of Joker.
What's up, JJ?
Yo, so I just had something I wanted to show you.
I'm putting you
I-
on stream, bro.
Just let me know if you like it. How do I switch the camera angle?
He's gonna show me Joker, y'all. Yep. I'm going to crash out, but I'm in my parents' house.
And that's my experience with Persona 5 The Phantom X. For being my first gacha game, I 1000% understand why people love them. Adding the Persona formula on top of it, this game is a guaranteed banger. And if you want to try it, head to the Google Play or Apple App Store on your mobile device and try it now for free. If you're on PC, download it off of Steam and also play it there for free. I heard there's a way to make something like a guild in this game, so keep an eye out as I will be making one for you guys to join. Once again, thank you to Sega for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you when I see you.